Hello, everyone. As many of you have noticed, I'm in a new location. Things have changed since last year. Many of you have been asking over the years who have gotten to know me to start talking about what I've went through in my life and how all of it's affected my mental capabilities, my physical health, um, fun things, negative things, positive things, anything that can allow you as a viewer to understand that these things actually do happen to people. That if you've gone through it like I have, one way, shape, or form, you're not alone. One of the things I want people to understand is that going through ADHD, going through fetal alcohol syndrome, going through things that you normally would not think anybody having can cause you to go, sure, don't believe it, baloney. I called a lie. I've heard all the excuses. I've heard all the statements. In fact, where I'm at right now, I've actually said, I have heard people talking crap about me, quote unquote. But since I'm blind in this eye here, hence I got new glasses, and I have astigmatism in this eye, I can't see who's talking. I can hear them, I can't see them. I am legally blind. I can see your hand, but it's like looking through a dirty window. Um yes, I am not in a home right now. We're working on that. My job I was at, I collapsed. My legs gave out. My hand released whatever was in my hand, and it just dropped. Um, I know it's electrical outputs that send messages from your brain down to whatever part of your body you are dealing with. It went off at the wrong time. Um, I had to step down from work. I'm in the process of getting SSDI, or trying to at least. I was on it at when I was a kid till I was 8 years old when I got into foster care and then got adopted. Um, I can barely stand. I'm walking with a cane. I have a psychiatric service animal because I've been having a lot of anxiety and panic attacks. I've actually in the process of changing my ADHD meds and my PTSD meds. I added an anxiety med, and I'm dealing with so much that my blood pressures went up, my migraines have gotten worse. Um, I'm taking more meds now than I have in my entire life. Many times when you deal with stress, depending on how you were raised, how your family responded to you hanging out with other people, or and let's just say both happened. They want to control you, they want to make sure that their name doesn't get dragged through the dirt. A lot of times, parents really don't know how to deal with kids that are ADHD or ADD in my case. In the last 24 years since I graduated high school, it was ADD. Then it was ADHD. Then it was ADD with hyperactivity. Meds have gone on one of three levels. They've taken all the meds that they've had and they've gone through all the chemical makings of that med and have changed them. Second one is they've taken the meds that don't work and taken them off the market. In essence, taking that medication off the shelf permanently. Then you got things where people are taking the medication and realizing that they could do better. So they take that medication, they package it under a different name, or they create a new one. Now, I've been on Adderall since when I was 18, 17, 18. And it's definitely changed. Now, rumor has it that the medication isn't as it used to be in 2002, which most medications that go through a change, that's legit. My case is I went on Adderall. I've got placed in a transition homeless shelter, and everything I'm trying to do providing my family had caused me to have anxiety attacks, panic attacks. It gets to the point where I'm hyperventilating, I'm gasping for air, I'm curled up in a ball and I'm shaking like I'm having an epileptic seizure. Prior to February, I did have an anxiety and panic attack so badly it looked like I was literally having an epileptic seizure. Collapsed to the ground, my hands clenched up, my toes clenched up. I smacked my head against the refrigerator. I stayed on the ground. I was shaking. It scared my wife and my two kids. It scared me. Funny thing is I was actually talking to the doctor 2 days before that about, hey, maybe I should go on an anxiety med. Well, there's the answer to that question. My body physically cannot take everyday stress like everybody else can. One, I was never allowed to do anything outside of my parents' home because the excuses were you're ADHD, you don't have a normal life, you can't make friends, you can't do this, you can't do that while I'm watching my sister go out and play, do the stuff she wants to do, beg parents to do it, and she does it. Everyone around me was able to do stuff. I wasn't. So therefore, I did not comprehend who my friends were, who my acquaintances were, and who I assumed were friends. I didn't have that concept. And people use that for an advantage. I've gotten taken advantage of so much that I've lost a lot of money. And now I've lost a lot of trust in people. It's them people in general. The second thing is I didn't handle stress because I've never been put in a situation where I learned how to handle stress. My main issue in life now is I'm 42 years of age, looking back at all the stupid things I've seen and went, how did I survive everything? Answer, stupidly. I survived stuff stupidly. I didn't think a lot of times before I did. I didn't do what I should have done. Um, Making choices for someone with ADHD, fetal alcohol syndrome, and a sorted amount of other issues that either I was born with, they naturally appeared due to not being able to handle it, or like December of 2004, I walk in front of a car. I walked in front of a car. Not the car hit me. I didn't have the right of way, so I walked in front of that car. Now, 24, maybe less years later, I've got degenerative disc disorder in my back on my C5, C7, L5, and S1. I've got arthritis in those places too. My muscles are cramping up and I can barely do anything. My legs are giving out, buckling at the knees. My hands are dropping stuff. My migraines are worse because I got hit on the left side of my body. My whole left side is numb at times. I could go on and on and on about all these little issues that I created growing up, but I'm not gonna. Maybe later on we'll discuss more if people are watching this and decide, okay, this is serious, this is legit. people with disabilities, or as I found out, ADHD is part of a neurodivergent case, we have to realize that those neurodivergent people are dealing with a lot of things. So, what I want you to think about is how I can go about to show you what I'm talking about is legit. I'm going to go about updating everything on this channel. I'm going to update my plans. And there's my little doggy. Here's my little doggy. Hey, Lucky. Here's my little pug. So, as you watch this, as you go over it, look back on the other videos, watch them. Some of them are just plain my attempts to read off of a script. They're definitely raw. They're definitely to the point. But comment on them, share, subscribe, and like. Show your appreciation to someone that's willing to admit, hey, I've got a disability. I'm neurodivergent. So take it easy. We'll talk later, and you have a wonderful day. Bye. Okay.